the stress I have at the moment is I need to find somewhere to live. Hi guys, so my name's Will. I've made some notes on my phone, by the way, so if you see me looking down, it's just so I can remember where I am in the video and sort of what I want to say. So we're in the introduction section. Start by introducing yourself and your channel. So my name's Will, this is the Will Taylor channel. Here you see open verses and all the shenanigans that I got up to when I went over to Cornwall with Soph. Soph's my girlfriend. And basically the point of this video is so that you guys can get to know me and a bit about my life. So, where to start? So first of all, I live in the south of England, so that is where you can find me. I went to a primary school and it went from reception to year 6. There I made loads of good friends that I sort of sometimes hear from, some more than others, but basically never really hear from them because sort of primary school in the UK finishes at age 11, I believe, and then you go into secondary school and you're age 11 and 12. So primary school I really enjoyed, that was really good fun. Made lots of good friends, like loved sports day, absolutely loved sports day. I've always been into sports. In fact, when I was that age as well, I used to play tennis a lot, and tennis was sort of my sport growing up. So yeah, did that a lot. Did very well in sort of sports day and running and a lot of physical exercise. That's my thing. And I've always been interested in music as well. I've played guitar since I was 4, and sung, but never really taken it seriously. Moving forward to sort of secondary school and sort of that period of my life from age sort of 12 to 16, I didn't really get on very well in secondary school. I was sort of what would you say? I wasn't the most popular person. I wasn't particularly bullied that much, but there were people that definitely weren't nice to me. Some of my hobbies in secondary school, I definitely didn't help myself. I was interested in magic and yo-yo, as well as still sports and also music. I was in the choir. I used to go to choir at lunchtimes. And yeah, that was really good fun. The music room there was sort of my solace away from the rest of the school. I've never really liked football, to be honest. I can't really, I just don't like it. Never really followed it. Don't really understand football at all. People talk about midfielders and I have no idea. That just sounds like you're standing in the middle of a field, which I'm guessing is what that means, to be fair. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in the music room. I was in the choir and sort of learned how to sing harmonies. I had a great teacher, Miss Gardner. I wonder where she is these days. It's been a while. And made a few friends, but I would say it's mostly acquaintances. There's only one person from secondary school that I really still see now, and even then it's not that often. Then I left school, went to college. I moved over and lived with my dad. So my mum and dad broke up. My mum lives over one side of Sussex, my dad lives over the other side of Sussex. And yeah, I travelled to him every other weekend and then decided I was going to go to college and live over with my dad. And that's where I decided to study business. I've always been very interested in business and in sort of the stock market. I learned how to invest in the stock market at an early age, which has been very beneficial for my life. And later on in the story, when you see sort of the trajectory of my life, it sort of makes sense the direction that I thought I was going to go down. So I went to business college, did 2 years there, learnt about how to build a P&L and market a business and all of those things. Didn't really know how to apply it to my life because I could never really decide what I wanted to do. I think I've always wanted to be self-employed, so that was in the back of my mind, but I never really had any proper sense of direction. After I finished college, I really didn't know what to do, but I knew that I maybe wanted to invest in property one day, and I didn't know how to do that. So I thought, what's the closest thing I can do to meeting people like that so I can get to know them? I went and became an estate agent for 3 months in 2020. From January the 2nd is when I started, and I was made redundant on March the 19th as soon as COVID-19 came in. So that sort of ended as quickly as it started, basically. But I did learn some stuff while I was there. I asked all the property investors that came in questions about how they got involved in it, and learnt a lot from that, so that's good. I then, same day I got made redundant, I went out to lots of supermarkets just to see if I could get a job and get some sort of income, because I couldn't, I just needed something in the short term just for my own peace of mind and to be able to keep saving and keep working towards this goal of buying a property, buying a house. So I went and did that. Eventually I was able to get a job working at Sainsbury's, and that's where I spent 18 months working. And about, what would it be, May, June, July, August, September, 4 months in, I had made the decision that I was, with this business mind of mine, I was going to go into accounting. So I went back to the same college that I was at when I was like the year previously, and lived with my dad again, and I studied accounting. I did my AAT level 2, completed that. I got, I think, a merit overall, which is like 80%, which is pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. And off the back of that, was able to get a job at a top 10 accountancy firm, which was, you know, it was an achievement at the time. And while I was there, I studied for my AAT level 3, and actually did it as a join-on module with the AAT level 4. So after I'd done a specific number of modules, I'd technically be AAT level 3 bookkeeping qualified. So I'm fully bookkeeping qualified, and then was going to go on and do the rest of my level 4. Now, I got 9 months into working there, and it basically, I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't putting my full, well, I was putting my full effort into it, but my heart wasn't in it. So they decided not to extend my probation. My probation was 9 months. And I think that was all right for me, because I think in the grand scheme of my life, on my personality, I've never really been somebody that can just sit indoors all the time. Ironically, I'm sitting indoors, but sit indoors all the time and not do something out and about, socializing with people like face to face and doing something. I'm very active as a person. So I think that lined up quite well. And ironically, I couldn't quite understand that at the time. So I went and got a job. I think a week later, I already had another job working at another accountancy firm, but I was there 2 days before I decided to give up and leave accountancy, at least for now. So that brings us to, what have we done? We've done my life up until 2020, becoming an accountant. That's 2022. And then after I decided to leave accountancy, I was still living over with my dad at this point. I moved back in with my mum and was thinking about my passions and sort of what I like doing, what I enjoy. And I've basically decided that I'm going to do some music. So I was like, okay, well, how can I make some money doing music? I enjoy doing music. I've always played guitar. I've always enjoyed singing. I made a few YouTube videos. They did all right. I got a few open verses out. I hadn't had my big My Stupid Heart video yet. That I got 130,000 views, which is just absolutely crazy. But I wasn't there yet. I think I still probably had 2,000 subscribers at this point, so it wasn't big at all. And yeah, was playing guitar every day. And my grandparents, my nana and granddad, they pointed me in the direction of potentially playing some pub gigs. So I thought, oh, maybe I could do that. So I went around, played loads of open mic nights. Bless my granddad, he came round to every single open mic night with me, and still does every time I go to them now. And yeah, but basically I learned that you could earn money from playing pub gigs. So I'd play at the open mic nights, and then afterwards go up to the staff and ask for a gig. And if I was lucky, I got one. And if they said no, then I didn't. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing for the last sort of 2 years now, which has been really good fun. And now I'm making YouTube videos and still gigging every now and then. Do I have any stresses and pressures in my life at the moment? I do, in a way. I think the same as everybody does. So I still live with my mum, and she's going to move and live with her boyfriend, who is awesome. I like him a lot. And so yeah, very happy for her. But obviously in the short term, that means sort of I've got my life here. My girlfriend lives around where my mum lives as well, and sort of lives with me at my mum's. And the stress I have at the moment is I need to find somewhere to live and manage to afford it. Obviously, being a musician and not having that consistent salary like an accountant has, it's very difficult to prove to places that if I want to rent somewhere or buy somewhere that I've actually got the income coming in. Because if you're self-employed, you have to provide 2 years worth of your accounts and your bank statements and all of that to prove that you are actually earning money. If you're employed, it's different. It's like 3 months, so it's really easy to do. So I might be having to get sort of a part-time job just to prove I've got some income coming in, which I'm okay with. I think my mindset is definitely more towards being self-employed than employed, but I don't feel like I'm completely closed-minded to it. It'd be nice to have sort of some extra money coming in from just working a part-time job. So that's something I'm looking into at the moment. That's one of the stresses that I've got on my mind. Just to be completely honest with you guys. And yeah, let me know if you've sort of enjoyed this video, me being a little more open about sort of how I'm feeling and my life, just give you a better backstory on how I got to where I am. I'm definitely going to do one of these at least once a week, but I might do them more often if you guys like them more often. I want to do a Q&A, so if you have watched this far and you want to like ask a question, feel free to ask a question. You could even say, oh, what could you say just to, so I know you got here, Rubik's Cube, say Rubik's Cube, and I'll know you got this far in the video. But yeah, I really appreciate all the support, and keep supporting the open verses. Oh my goodness, they're getting so many views. It's just, I'm so grateful. Thank you very much. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you aren't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.